I get it every time I'm scrolling through a laptop page. I see those glossy photos and the ultra-thin, all-day battery taglines, and then the moment the box arrives the screen looks washed out, the keyboard feels cramped, or the Wi-Fi drops the second I join a video call. I've been there, and I know the hesitation that comes with spending a few $100s on a machine that looks perfect on paper but ends up being a daily annoyance. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and today I'm going to walk through exactly why the Lenovo ThinkPad P14s Gen 6 either lives up to that hype or falls short, so you can decide before you add it to your cart. First, let's talk about who actually needs a mobile workstation in a 14-inch chassis. If you're a civil engineer running Revit on the road, a data analyst juggling large Excel models, or a video editor who insists on color-accurate previews while hopping between client sites, the P14s is built for you. The device packs a 2.8K OLED touchscreen that delivers deep blacks and vibrant colors, which makes those CAD renderings and grading timelines look as close to the final output as possible. For anyone who spends more than a few minutes a day staring at a spreadsheet, that extra pixel density actually reduces eye strain because text stays razor-sharp without you having to crank the scaling up. On the other side of the coin, if your primary use case is browsing the web, streaming Netflix, or occasional Word documents, you'll probably be overpaying for capabilities you'll never tap. The same OLED panel that shines in professional workflows can feel like overkill for casual media consumption, and the price premium over a standard 1080p business laptop is noticeable. In short, the sweet spot is power-hungry professional who also needs portability, not student on a budget. Now, the real test is how the P14s behaves once it's out of the box and onto a coffee shop table. I've spent a full workday moving the laptop from a desk at the office, to a cramped airplane tray, to a hotel desk with a single USB-C charger plugged into a wall socket. The first thing that stood out was the weight. At just under 3 pounds, it truly is one of the lightest 14-inch workstations I've handled. That matters when you're juggling a briefcase and a portable monitor. The laptop slides into a typical messenger bag without bulging. The OLED screen is a game-changer for visual tasks, but there's a nuance most marketing copy skips. Under bright daylight, the panel's peak brightness caps around 350 nits, which is solid for indoor lighting but can still be washed out by direct sunlight through a window. If you often work outdoors or near large windows, you'll want a matte external monitor or a hooded screen protector to keep colors true. For indoor settings, the contrast ratio is superb. Blacks are truly black, and the color gamut covers roughly 100% of the DCI-P3 space. When I opened a 4K video project in DaVinci Resolve, the timeline colors matched the final export closely, meaning less guessing and fewer re-renders. Performance-wise, the Copilot Plus branding isn't just a buzzword. The laptop ships with a 12th Gen Intel Core i7 and an optional NVIDIA RTX 3050 mobile GPU, which together handle 3D modeling and light video rendering without throttling. In my tests, opening a 200-page Revit file took under 5 seconds, and switching between multiple heavy Photoshop layers felt snappy. The 64GB of DDR5 RAM is the real hidden value here. Most portable workstations stop at 32GB. So you can keep dozens of large datasets in memory while running background analytics scripts. That extra headroom translates directly into fewer out-of-memory warnings during long simulations. Battery life is another practical concern that often gets glossed over in spec sheets. Lenovo advertises up to 12 hours, but real-world numbers vary. With the OLED screen at 100% brightness, a full day of mixed usage, coding, video calls, occasional rendering, landed me around 7.5 hours before the charger kicked in. If you dial the brightness down to 50% and close background apps, you can comfortably stretch it past 10 hours. The laptop supports fast charging over USB-C, so a 30-minute top-up gets you back to 80% handy when you only have a short layover between meetings. Connectivity is where the P14s truly shines for business travelers. It offers Wi-Fi 7, which, in my limited field tests, delivered more stable connections in crowded airport lounges compared to the older Wi-Fi 6 models. The port selection includes 2 Thunderbolt 4 slots, an HDMI 2.1, a full-size SD card reader, and a dedicated Ethernet port via a dongle, meaning you can plug a 4K external monitor, a fast external SSD, and a wired network all at once without hunting for adapters. The only downside is the absence of a built-in Ethernet jack. You'll need the dongle, which adds a small piece of clutter to the otherwise sleek side profile. Security is a subtle but important factor for professionals handling sensitive data. The ThinkShield suite integrates a hardware TPM 2.0, a fingerprint sensor, and optional IR camera for Windows Hello facial recognition. In practice, unlocking the machine with a